So David, a lot of people when they come out of the wilderness zone seem to begin to enter this state of flow. I know you've talked about this a lot before. Can you tell me what does it mean to start to touch this state of flow rather than stuckness?
A great way of describing this state of flow, I'll actually use the analogy of drumming. And I'm a drummer and percussionist, so I love rhythm. And the one thing about playing the drums is that the more you think about how do I do this rhythm, the less competent you become. And flow is really, it's almost like a state of not, I won't say non-thought, but where thought seems to get out the way, and that normal chatter that goes on in our heads, is this right, is this wrong, should I say this to her, or should I say that to him, it starts to recede, and it's replaced by, we've talked about this in other videos, a sort of deeper knowing. Your actions spring from a deeper part of your being, and there isn't this doubt, this nagging doubt in everything that we're doing. And really the way to access that flow state is to actually just move. Allow your body to move. Allow your reference point to be a physical reference point. So allow your reference point to be in your center, you know, the center of your body, and allow your actions to come from, to be informed by your physicality. And it's actually a very powerful thing to do, because with drumming, that's exactly how it works. And when I'm drumming, sometimes I find myself drumming the most complex rhythms that I've never ever heard before. And really, in the previous video I talked about breakthroughs, and really that's what flow is. Flow is about constant breakthroughs. It's like little bombs of breakthroughs just popping all the time, and moving into the unknown, the uncharted space, but without that fear. So it's a bit like letting go of the anxiety of what will happen, and is it going to go right, isn't it going to go right. And it's a very interesting time, especially in the transitions process, because it's looking through the world through the eyes of possibility. So very often in that sort of the wilderness zone, it tends like we have eyes of limitation, and there's various psychologists that say there's kind of the eyes of the wolf, or the eyes of the elephant, or so these different characteristics that we see the world through. And I very much like the idea of looking at the world through the eyes of possibility. So in that new state where things are beginning, it's like your vision seems to expand, and somehow you can, when you look at something, you're looking at it and say, what could that become? What's the possibility in this situation? What's the possibility in this interaction or this relationship? So the whole process opens up, and in that opening, it's more possible to then come from that deeper part of our being. And again, it's a real moving out of this area of seriousness and over philosophizing, over theorizing about something. And in a way, every time that over theorizing comes up and that analytical mind comes up, to just get out of that and just, you know, where's the feeling in my body? Where's the feeling? Where does nature want me to move to? How does it want me to move? And really almost feel your way through the world rather than think your way through the world. And actually feeling is the primary sense. So in our amoeba-like ancestry, the first thing was feeling. And so actually feeling is our primary sense. So to feel your way through the world and understand the world as something that is always in touch with you, and then opening to the possibilities in every different situation.